Earlier this year, we drove the Peugeot Sport 208 on the Nürburgring Nordschleife, and it was spectacular. It's such a lively thing, and it comes track ready from the factory. This time around, we have Peugeot Sport's golf competitor, and because it promises much of the same, we'll drive it on a track us Germans simply call the Ardennenachterbahn. The 308 GTI sits on a set of not-so-run-of-the-mill 19s, and the body kit is elegant rather than shouty, yet it's painted in a crazy two-tone finish called Coupe Franche. Inside you get the brilliant steering wheel from the 208, a set of sport seats, and trim pieces covered in plush leather. This very clean dashboard design comes at a cost though. They call this concept of having very few buttons in the car the iCockpit. They claim it gives you optimal usability in here, but most everything is controlled via the touchscreen here, including the AC. Now that is a very, very bad idea. You click here, which you get there fairly quickly. Then you have to click, or you have to hold 26, 25, 24, 23 and a half. You would have to have so much French wine before you go ahead and call this optimal usability. The Peugeot 308, among its peers, is actually the only car with a 1.6 engine. At around 3,200 RPM, the motor starts pulling. Before then, it suffers just a little bit from the lack of displacement. Not anything that will bother you in daily driving situations. It feels just as good as most of the 2.0s. You're not going to feel like you chose the lesser engine because it's only a 1.6. This has got quite a bit of grunt, but as always in these hot hatchbacks, they aren't primarily about the motor, at least not to me. To me, what they're about is the handling. The 308 GTI 270 comes with the hot hatchback trifecta, which is big brakes, sticky tires, and definitely a limited slip differential. Yes, this has got the Torsen like the 208, and Torsen, by the way, stands for torque sensitive, and then trademark. So it doesn't have electronic dampers, it's super comfortable, but at the same time, once you attack a corner, it's amazing. It's really, really agile, dynamic, and all of the adjectives you can think of that describe a very well-handling car. Because the puck turns in aggressively, and the steering wheel is so small, and the steering weight is actually not very high, you have to get used to how it feels when you have quick direction changes. Once the Torsen differential, or any limited slip differential for that matter, gets going, that is just the most special thing. A limited slip differential is the killer app of a front-wheel drive hatchback. It works well as a daily and is definitely good fun on a back road. To me, however, it's more important that it succeeds here, on the Circuit de Spa Francorchamps. So it's time then to adjust the Pilot Supersports to 2 bars all around and get ready to join our friends from RSR Spa.
Whatever your friends told you before you got here, that Eau Rouge Radion is flat out. They're not your friends.
Good speed. On the gas, stay on the gas, stay on the gas, open up a little bit, and gas. Gas it, yes. 160 coming out, that's proper stuff. So we prepare with the first one, the first left-hander, and the right-hander is just to prepare to go over the crest in a nice and straight line. Whoa. Watch out, yes. Very nice. So you can see with lifting, you can make the car rotate a little bit more.
It's got nice lift-off oversteer.
Exactly, that's what we're looking for.
it lift-off oversteers through here beautifully. Yeah, and the torsion diff is absolute magic. Brussels is amazing, and it grips through here. It really does grip through here.
The two-piece Elcons are proper motorsport stuff, and even though Spa tends to murder brakes, they wouldn't fade at all on a hot summer day. What's more, because it's a featherweight, it's nimble and you can throw it around pretty much as you please.
The steering wheel, I love the small steering wheel. It is just such a joy to use, especially when you have a combination of corners, because actually the transition is where the steering is spectacular, and there is some feedback actually, not a bunch, but some. Oh, Shimon, let's go. Tap on the brakes, in, and it drips through here like you would not believe. How does anybody bash on front-wheel drive cars? If they're done properly, they're brilliant. And if Peugeot Sport does them, they're more than brilliant. They're brilliant enough to overtake Nissan GTRs on the Spa Francorchamps racetrack. That's what's up. Thanks to our friends from RSR, I got to go on one of the most amazing racetracks. I had a blast with the Peugeot 308 GTI. I cannot believe how you engineer a car like this without electronic dampers, have it be comfortable like that, and then just an absolute blast on the racetrack. The Pilot Super Sports, the torsion differential, the brakes held up uber nicely, I want to say. I had a fantastic day. Now, unfortunately, I have to call it a day. Latest.
French wine? You're saying the French are really good at wine, but not so good at the interface? Is that what I'm hearing? That's all I'm taking away from this entire review.
Yeah, and they call their stuff the ice something. No, that's...
yeah, that's questionable
I don't much
too.
like that. I mean, yes, it's a very clean interior that way. The dashboard looks nice and everything like that. But it's like 5 buttons that you need for an AC control.
Oh, I agree with you. We're all about the tactile thing, and the fact that you end up with muscle memory of you know exactly where that button is, you don't even have to look at it. Touch screens, you always have to look. The other thing about this piece that I just am sitting there going, you have a press car on Spa.
Oh, yeah.
It's like at the same time, these cars are promoted as tools for racetracks.
True.
And this is the important bit to me. A regular hatchback does not require a torsion differential on the road. It does not. Definitely does not require 380 millimeter two-piece Elcons if you're just going to be driving on the road.
It looks like this car held up to a beating on Spa all day. I mean, you did a whole day of laps?
Dude, I had like 25 laps. I did like 5 to 6 laps at a time. It was 30 degrees, and the Pilot Super Sports, after I was done with the car, still looked fresh, relatively fresh.
Wow, that's amazing, honestly.
Wow.
The brakes never faded at all. Like, not at all.
But you said it's kind of a thing in Europe because so many cars are tuned for the track, and like you said, this one is. I'm loving the looks of this, to be honest, but it seems like they ended the tape line like, here, and we'll just spray it there and be done with it. I mean, does it harken back to racing history? Is it a heritage for the company? Or is it just like we're trying to make it different?
Yeah.
The Cooper means cut, so that's what...
Okay.
Get it? Get it?
But why there? Why not
that angle? I hear you, yeah.
an inch forward or an inch back? Or why there?
Like you said, different.
The great thing about that paint job is it allows you to only have to whittle down your color choices to 2. What are your top 2 color choices? We'll put the car in both. Done. I like it in yellow, but I kind of thought about the white. We can do that.
I thought you said you were driving a black car.
Dude, this is hilarious because you can actually get the individual colors.
Of course you can. Yeah. It's just, it's for people that can't decide. What do you have coming up next?
Next up, it's going to be the RS6 Performance 605 horsepower station wagon, which is Dude, mind-boggling car. Mind-boggling car. After that, it's going to be the highlight of the season.
Okay, tell us.
It's going to be the Ford Mustang GT, man.
You were so excited about that. I'm excited to hear your just completely different grass is greener response to that car. And I mean, look at you. You're a little kid already about it, and you haven't even shown us a frame. So that'll be cool to see. I love that.
Oh yeah, Mustang is best. Mustang is just best.
As long as you don't wind up in a crowd of onlookers, Mustangs are great.
Just don't go to a Cars and Coffee. Thank you, man.
All right, see you in a little while. Bye-bye.